Alright, first, I want to say, Call Halal, that's all glory. Call Halal to Yahweh Bashim Yashai Bashim Kakadash, that's all glory, honor, and praises due to Yahweh Bashim Yashai Bashim Kakadash. And I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach it well, taught me this 100% shoot. And I want to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect enduring in this shoot. Revelation 13, verse 16. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads. And that no man might buy or sell, save he that had the mark, or the name of the beast, or the number of his name. And this mark is a digital RFID micro C-hip, a microchip, small as a grain of rice. And this is what the devil on the earth, Esau, Edom, the wicked elites are going to use to push their new world order. They want to get everyone shipped up so they could be like the Most High, but Yahweh's not going to allow that. And don't take this digital RFID microchip, because if you take it, there's a punishment that comes with it. You go into that. There's punishment from the Most High. Revelation 14, verse 9. And the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand, the same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, of power, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation, and he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So, when this MOTB, the mark of the beast, is made mandatory, the RFID micro C-hip, the world will go into World War III after, very quickly. And if you take the C-hip, the digital RFID micro C-hip, you'll be left here to feel the missiles at Babylon the Great, the lake of fire. You won't be saved by the heavenly fire. You threw away your salvation when you take the C-hip, because you put your trust in the devil and bow down to the devil instead of standing firm with Yahweh Bashim Yahshai. So you're not going to get beamed up and saved from the missiles once you take the C-hip in your right hand, forehead, or anywhere in your body. Revelation 14:11. And the smoke of their torment ascended up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever received the mark of his name. You're going to be here to feel those missiles. It's going to be 200 million missiles that you're going to have to feel and be left in the lake of fire, which will be Babylon the Great, America, being engulfed with missiles, turning into a lake of fire.
POV, they won. They own everything, and you work for them. Well, they sell you air, and you long for the past, but there's no more room for resistance. They won because we let them sell us comfort, and comfort led us to hell.
And from watching that clip, you can see that Esau, Edom, the wicked elites, the wicked of the earth, they want to make you their slaves, basically. They want to make you their slaves full time while they're getting over on you and, giving you the bare minimum, like air. They would really do that. But Yahweh Shai, they're not going to let it get to that point. Because the elect already have the victory. Revelation 7, starting at verse 3. Revelation 7, starting at verse 2, actually. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the seal of the living power. And he cried with a loud voice to the four angels to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea, nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our power in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel. So Yahweh Shai is not going to bring judgment upon the earth until all the entire elect is sealed, which will be 144,000 male prophets, and then the rest of the 1/3, the great multitude of men, women, and children, and the 1/3. So the elect's got to be sealed first before Yahweh Shai could bring judgment upon the earth, and then bring the kingdom and save the elect, while saving the elect. And you can continue reading to see all the tribes being sealed with 12,000 each tribe for the 12 tribes. This is Matthew 24, starting at verse 21. This is red letter, Yahweh Shai speaking. It's about the end of the world to his disciples. For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no nor ever shall be, which is Jacob's trouble, which will be the worst time known to man. And you can read that in Jeremiah 30, verse 7, the day of the Lord, Jacob's trouble. This will be the worst time known to man. Because there was never a time like this on the earth as before. So it will trump everything that's ever happened since the beginning of time on the earth. Verse 22, and except those days shall be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. So if the days weren't shortened, no flesh would be saved. That's how bad Jacob's trouble is. That's how bad it will be. That if Yahweh Shai didn't intervene, no flesh would be saved. But as Yahweh Shai says in verse 22, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. For the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened. Because some of the elect, will be martyrs, but not all of the elect. So, because those who are of the elect that are martyrs will be, raised up from the dead first, and beamed up into the chariot, the so-called UFOs, and those who are alive will be beamed up right after. To be saved from the second death, which is the ICBM missiles. Job 9, verse 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, wherein, who is he? That's talking about Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's the wicked of the earth, and he's controlling everything. Right now, it's really Yahweh controlling him, through the left-hand side. And, the wicked, Esau, Edom, he's going to bring the world into World War III after the mark of the beast is implemented. Job 5, verse 12, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise. So Yahweh Shai, they're going to disappoint Esau, Edom, and they're not going to be able to fulfill their enterprise. They're going to, what's that? They're going to catch Esau, Edom off guard and stop him as soon as he's about to fill his belly. Job 20, verse 23, when he is about to fill his belly, power shall cast the fear of his wrath upon him, and it shall rain upon him while he is eating. So when Yahweh sees that Esau, Edom is about to fulfill it, he's going to send Yahweh Shai to save the elect and then destroy the heathen nations and put them into, slavery. This is Ephesians 1, starting at verse 4. According as he has chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love, having predestinated us unto the adoption of children by Yahushua Mashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will, to the grace of the glory of his grace, wherein he had made us accepted in the beloved, in whom we have redemption through his blood, the forgiveness of sins, according to the riches of his grace, wherein he hath abounded toward us in all wisdom and prudence, having made known unto us the mystery of his will, according to his good pleasure, which he hath purposed in himself. So the elect have been predestinated in the beginning for salvation, to understand the truth and understand the mysteries of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, and to be ultimately be saved by the doctrine of this awakening, of the Hebrew Israelites. So the elect have already been predestinated before the foundation of the world is even created to be saved and endure to the end. So the elect already have the victory. Has been predestinated by Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. First Thessalonians 4, starting at verse 13. But I would not have you to be ignorant, brethren, concerning them which are asleep, that ye sorrow not, even as others which have no hope. For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua will power bring with him. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of power. The dead in Hamashiach shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words. So, because during Jacob's trouble, during the elect going through the fire, some of the elect will have to be martyrs. Some of the elect will die, be beheaded by the guillotine, and they'll be in the spiritual realm, in peace after they die. And then when Yahushua returns, he's going to beam up the dead first, beam up the elect that are dead first, and then the elect that are alive in Jacob's trouble, they're going to get beamed up as well. So that's why it tells us not to sorrow for the elect that die, because they're good. They're in good hands. Yahushua is power to resurrect, because Yahweh resurrected Yahushua. And he will do the same for his elect, his hopeful elect. Lord willingly, we be that number. Yahweh Ratazah. And with that, I want to say, call Allah. All glory, honor, and praise is due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to my elders and apostles of Great Millstone who teach and were well, taught me this 100% truth. And I want to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect that are enduring in this truth. And I pray that was an edifying lesson. And with that, I want to say Shalom.